Hello, and welcome back to Financial Freedom by 40. I wanted to share another one of the side hustles that we're trying for the six-figure side hustle challenge. So, one of the other side hustles that I wanted to give a go is digital products. And so by digital products, I'm differentiating that from the books that I'm selling on Amazon. And what I mean by that is things like PDF downloads that you can sell for a low price and make a little bit of money off each one. But if you have, if you have volume of those, you can make quite a bit of money. And one of the things that I think is quite cool about this too is a lot of these products are things that I've had in my head and that I've been wanting to do to get the information out and help more people. And having, the ability to make a little bit of money off actually doing that is quite attractive and a bit of a motivator to get it done. So there's heaps of different options for digital downloads. So it doesn't necessarily just have to be a PDF. You might be able to create an audio file of some kind. So maybe a meditation or something like that. You could do some sort of audio course that someone could listen to. You could do worksheets. You could do I downloaded quite a few of those during the lockdowns, like educational worksheets for our kids. So you can do one of the things that I've done. So I've done a supporting resource pack for my children's book that I did. I had quite a few teachers say that they felt that the book that I wrote was quite a good resource for children to use in the classroom, and that got me thinking, oh cool, well maybe if I make it easier for teachers and just create them a PDF of teacher resources that teachers can use with children to support the book. So I made a PDF of different. So one of the things I included in there was a script for a meditation to go with the book. I did some little word find searches. I did some arts and crafts things. I put some colouring pages in of just plain blank pages from the book and things like that. So I've put that on my website with the book. It's a $2.99 download. So I mean, obviously on its own, something like that isn't going to make a heap of money. But I mean, it's something, right? And some of these downloads can make heaps. So, again, I think it's also about volume. So, like, if you have a look on Etsy, for example, there are people who have created websites where they're sharing things like sewing patterns or knitting patterns or things to make. Like, I've bought patterns off Etsy for making things for the kids, like a costume. There's ladies people, not just necessarily ladies, but I think the person I bought off was a lady, but people who have, patterns for making, I made a hat for my son, and so I bought a pattern off her, and dress up costumes. There's things like, gosh, I swear the sky's the limit, like methods for making cakes, patterns, like, for some things, for making cakes for the kids, like you can get a template. I got a template for making little icing baby shoes, and for a baby shower cake. There's just, like, I think it's what's really cool about some of these side hustle things is that you can just think of things that you enjoy. I quite enjoyed making the book. I'm finding that doing some of these side hustle challenges, that it's actually quite fun. Like, I get to express my creative side, whereas my day job is not particularly creative, being a lawyer. But I find this is quite fun. Like, creating digital products, creating books and that kind of thing. It's quite fun. So you can do this, just tap into something that something you already know. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It might be something that you do for fun. I imagine that a lot of the time when some of the sewing patterns and things that people share are things, like they're trying to make for their own kids. Like, I found a pattern for a ninja costume. My son wanted a ninja costume, so we made a ninja costume. So I sewed him a ninja costume, and I got the pattern for that off the internet. And so, you might be making a pattern or making an outfit for, dress up costume for your own kids. and you can make a pattern and include, because sometimes it's just a matter of having the step-by-step instructions to do something. So if you can go on and you can create a PDF, and my PDF, I created it in Word. I didn't have no fancy tools. You can create them in Canva. I've made one in Canva before. So you don't need anything fancy. You don't need any fancy tools to be able to do this stuff. And you can just capitalize on the knowledge you have, and that's so cool. And you don't even necessarily have to have a website or anything of your own, because there's so many different platforms like Etsy where you can list things on. I mean, you can share them. Like I bought a digital download at Easter for my kids, which was a printable Easter hunt, and that that was something that I was able to. I found, I think it was a Facebook group, like a mum's Facebook group, where the lady had shared a post saying she's created this Easter hunt, and it's like a scavenger hunt, step by step, and you could just print out all the clues, and you could hide them in the garden, and some of them I think you could tailor for your own situation or whatever, but and it was quite cheap. I think it was maybe like $10 or something like that, and it saved me the time. I was going to create one for the kids anyway, and it saved me the time of having to do that, and yeah, like for that lady, she didn't have to have a website or anything like that where she could process payments. So she posted in the Facebook group. I saw her post. I commented that I wanted one. She then messaged me, I think, and sent me her bank account details. I paid her, and she emailed it to me. So it doesn't have to be fancy at all, and you can create a little side hustle income. And like I say, I think that what has great potential is that if you have a lot of these things that you can create. So like I used some knitting patterns from a lady on Etsy, and I bought one, and her pattern was really good. So I then had a look through her other patterns and bought a few more patterns from her. So I think you'll find that, for example, if you're creating teaching resources and teachers find your teaching resources really helpful, they'll just go back and have a look at your page and buy more of them from you. So like any of these side hustles, what I'm realizing is a lot of it is just about having the volume. So the more you do, the more side hustle income you can create. And the other thing too is just, getting the traffic to them. So you have to be prepared to spend a little bit of time trying to promote them, and I think that the more you do, then the more they'll get out there. And word of mouth is great with this kind of thing as well, that once people find it useful and then they refer other people to it or share it on Facebook and that kind of thing, then you can grow your little business that way. So I hope you found that helpful. That is the fourth of our side hustle challenge options. And if you want to keep up to date with all the other side hustles that we're trying out and then how they're working for us, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. I should say too, for me so far, again, I haven't sold any of them. It's still early days. I've only had this up for a little while. But I have sent it out to a few teacher friends for them to have a look at. And, that's another thing that's really good about these sorts of things too, is that because it doesn't cost you anything, you do have the option to send them out to people and get them to have a look and give you a review potentially for using them. And then that's going to help you further as well to promote your digital products. So, again, think about the things that you're good at. Try and do a little bit of a brainstorm. Try and put something together. Like what harm does it do in trying? Create something. Give it a go. Doesn't really cost you anything other than your time. So give it a go. See how you go. And I'd love to hear from you if you have success with this side hustle option. Hope you have a great day. Bye.